wanted to see if there's any clear water around. We have had a lot of rain. Yeah, and that'll fish for sure. Excellent. I'm betting this water is extremely cold. It would not shock me if it was in the 50s. Looks like pools will be dirty, but let's see what we got. This water is 55.9. 55.9, so that's colder than almost everything we come across. So I think I will get in here. It's clear enough to fish. It's finally cleared out a bit. Don't see any fish right here, but man, it looks rocky. Might not make it all the way up here, but I'll leave the bike here, and I got a couple options to abandon ship if I need to. In any event, see you when we get in the water. Alright folks, so this is interesting. All brook trout must be immediately released. So that's kind of interesting. So they want to get the browns out of here. So bag length limit, 5 in total, no minimum length for browns and rainbows. All trout must be immediately released. I don't expect to find any rainbows in here. They have not been stocked around this place in decades. But I suppose there could be some lingering remnants. But it's a good sign to see that the Wisconsin DNR is trying to reestablish brookies here. There's been many streams that have flipped from brookie to brown, and while I applaud the DNR's effort, it is brown stocking over the years in these colder streams that have caused the population flips, and some concern about the HI development favoring browns versus brookies. So, but expect we'll see a lot of nice brookies in here. And hopefully no one will get gilled, and we'll see what we find. The water is super duper clear, and the bike is 3 miles up, and the ride back on the bike is 4 miles. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far, but we'll see what happens here. I'm going to start off with this number 9 silver. It's got a barrel body, number 9 silver blade with a red, silver, and speckled tail. Off we go. I'll try this 9. I've got a 9 oval with a gold and clear or white tail. That. There's a fish. And the first fish that we catch with all these fish laying around is a small brookie. It's all wrapped up. Get him released quickly, so no skunk here. No skunk. No skunk here. Just a pretty little brookie though. Super colors on that guy. There he goes. And let's see if I can get this lure off without a huge knot. These guys don't seem to be too happy about a tail. They're hitting tails. So I'm going to get rid of the tail, stick that in my pocket. Let's give her a shot without the tail here. There's a nice brookie. I think That's a brookie. No, there's a brown. So this is what they want to get out of here. I don't know why all these fish are wrapping up. That's nuts. So what they'd like to see is that brown trout come out of here. And you know what? As much as I'd like to oblige, I really don't need any fish. But this is a brown that's going to eat a lot of brook trout here. It's a solid 12-inch brown. Yeah, I can feel brookies in his belly. That's a 13-inch brown. Now, I'm not into culling fish just for the hell of it. Although there's a scientific purpose here, I don't think that whatever I do about it today is going to make all that much difference. In fact, I don't think it's gonna make any difference at all. I think that the browns are here to stay, and the answer to that problem was to not stock them in the first place. And hindsight's always 20/20, but therein lies the problem, is that they put them in here in the first place. They never should have come in here. They're not native, and that's what's causing the pressure on brook trout for sure. But we had 2 inches of rain, folks, so there's very few places to fish. This is really high up, headwaters, if you will, and could find a few larger fish in here. There could be some really nice larger brookies in here. Ooh, that's a pike. Pike or a brown? Oh, that's a big fat brown. Shapers. Well, that's a nice fish to keep. I guess that I could keep it. That's a great eating size fish right there. That other one was not bad, but man, this guy's stuck pretty darn deep. Yeah, I'll string him. Do what I can for the brook trout here, but I can guarantee you that this guy is full of brook trout. That I can guarantee you. Get the stringer out. No sense in taking them out of the net until I get them on the stringer, because it's a good way to use a fish. Thought it was a pike at first because it just had kind of a lazy swell down to the bite. But there's a brown. They'd like to not have browns in here, but that brown does go 16. So that's a big brown for a little brookie stream like that. Let's see what happens. I like to keep the fish alive on the stringer while I'm fishing. I know some guys like to you know, clean fish on the stream. I don't. That's a chub. No, little teeny brookie. I don't like to clean fish on the stream. It's just kind of like how you would manage deer carcass. How you field dress fish does affect the taste. And just like deer, if you open up that entrail cavity, you know, you're on borrowed time in terms of bacteria. And if any of the digestive juices will stale the, oh, there's fish, oh, he's off, will stale the fish or cause trouble, that's when it happens, is in the field. So I like to keep fish on the stringer, keep them alive as long as possible. There's lots of little brookies in there. Keep them alive as long as possible. And in this water, hell, the water's 55, so I'm not going to worry about it. Another brown. I know. That's a nice brookie. That's a nice brookie. Nicest brookie so far. Yeah. Gorgeously colored brookie. Awesome fish. He goes right about 11, I'd say, 10 and a half. A little baby brookie. Get my hand wet. Yeah, it's a nice colored up brookie, tangerine belly, pretty brookie. So I had a viewer ask me about fishing streams and snagging, and he had some great points. And one of the things that you must do, this lure's got a little bend in it. One of the things that you must do is you have to select the proper weight spinner based on the stream, how shallow it is, how weedy it is. And this lure is about, it's under an 1/8 ounce, but it's probably right at an 1/8 ounce. So that is something that I can keep up in really shallow water. Another thing too is if you're using a ultralight reel, consider changing. You don't want an ultralight reel. This is a 2500 size Shimano Stratic, and the gear ratio is 6 to 1, 6.2 to 1, I think. And the retrieve of line per turn is like 37 inches. So you can really get a lot of velocity. I'm not reeling fast at all. I don't get any pressure on my wrist or hand from cranking all day. But those are the two big things. You can't use a big heavy spinner here, or you're going to get stuck on every rock, stick, twig. And if you use a micro ultralight reel, you're going to turn like 20 inches of line per turn, and you're never going to be able to keep even light lures up in the target zone. So just a couple of tips there. There we go. I got off. That was a brookie. Ton of fish in there. Got a little brookie. Get my hand wet. Real pretty fish. They're starting to color up already. Pretty soon they'll get black. Even these little guys will get black. But that's a beautiful brook trout with a tangerine belly. I know I've said that a couple times, folks, but the beauty of these fish never ceases to amaze me. There was somebody. Tiny brookie. That's a real nice hole there. Yep, there There's another brown for the stringer. I think that's a brown. Oh, that's a brook. Beautiful brook. No, it is a brown. Just hard to tell the difference. Another brown. Fattened up, and you can see in his belly there, fattened up with brook trout. I can feel them, the cylindrical nature of them. And these fish are delicious here, so we'll take 5. You can take 5 any size. I think we'll do a bit of harvest. My kids have been asking about some fish, so they're gonna get some fish. Put up. They're never gonna get them out of here. That's a snag fish. That's a brookie. Stop it, dude. Stop it. And unfortunately, this guy's a goner. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. That guy ain't gonna make it. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes belly up right there. This should be a small brookie. It is. So you might say, oh, we're on these small fish, blah blah blah. I'm telling you folks, this is some of my favorite kind of fishing, is brook trout fishing like this. Now don't get me wrong, I love to catch 17 plus brook trout, but that is such a rarity in our area, folks. For most people, a 12-inch brook trout's going to be a trophy, and these fish are just so beautiful. There we go. Gotcha, buddy. Finally, 3rd time's a charm. This guy's been hooked a couple of times. Another pretty little brook trout. He got a scar on the face. He's been hooked a few times. Looks like a little brookie. No, and it's a little brown. I'm not stringing that guy. I don't care if it is any size. I'm not cutting that guy up. Little brown. There's a decent little brookie. Yeah, pretty one. Yeah, that guy's blacking up a little bit. Black on the fins. Beautiful brook trout. Goes right about 10, I'd say. There's a small brookie. Or is it a small brown? It's probably a brookie, but yeah, it's a brookie. It's got some paw marks on him that are quite unique. Yeah, it's got some really cool paw marks. Call that paw marks when they have those bars on them. Very cool fish. Another small, beautiful brookie. Yeah, gorgeous fish. Ah, there's a nice fish. Shit, there he was again. Is he gonna hit again? No. I'll try it one more time though. He is still coming. That one is stuck on there good. Ah, shit, I didn't want it to fall in the water. Oh. Got a silver 9 here with a black end. It's a barrel lure with a black, red, and white tri-tail. Alright, really the first pool in this straightaway out. There's a fish. Get my hand wet. It's a little brook. First one that flashed was better. He's got really fine spots on him. My hand is soft and wet. This is the smallest brookie caught today. What a cutie pie. It's a 3.5-inch brookie. A little brookie, just a little teeny brookie, about 4.5. A couple of nicer ones in there. Little guy. Another little brookie with those par marks. Such a cool looking fish. And he's got a whole assortment of hooks here. Yeah. Tiny brookie with those par marks. What a cute little fish. There's a brookie. Little guy. I think it's a brookie. No, that's a brown. And again, he's too small. I'm not harvesting that guy, but about a 6.5, 7-inch brown. Look at this, a tiger. Got ourselves a tiger here, folks. I'm going to put him in the net real quick. Let him get some water. Oh, and that's a beautiful tiger. Beautiful tiger. Wow, what markings on that guy. Look at the markings on that guy. Oop, come back here, you buddy. Come on, stop it. Stop it, I'll get you back in the water in a second. Just beautiful markings on that tiger. Wow, what a gorgeous belly on that guy too. And on the other side, just a gorgeous tiger. Wow. Okay, let's let him get some water for a bit. Let him chill out. You can see from the top how awesome that vermiculation is of that guy. There he goes. He's in great shape. Hey, all right, a tiger. Whew. I'd rank that tiger a strong 8 out of 10 versus Adam's very pale, super tiny tiger. There's a nicer brook. This guy's kind of pale. Got it right in the snout. Yeah. Pinked up belly. Beautiful little brook trout. About 9. One fish out of there, and I are at least, I don't even know how many bites I had and how many fish I saw in there. A lot. Ooh. Easy, buddy. Yep, there he goes. Not quite. Little brook trout, he got sanded up. He's okay. I will say, this is one beautiful stream. The realistic fishing chances have really diminished as I've gone further and further upstream. Coming across way fewer holes and very little timber. But I think there's still going to be some decent stuff before my out. But a lot of small brookies. Tiger, 16-inch brown. I mean, I really can't complain about the action here today. I'd love to see a couple of foot or better brookies, but I don't know that that's in the cards here. I have 6 bites in that. And then finally snag one. That's a snag brookie right in the flank. There's just a ton of brookies in there. That is crazy. There, we finally got one. And a little better one. A little better one than what I've been getting so far. My hand is still sopping wet, folks. One hook bottom jaw. Pretty spots on that guy. Beautiful, beautiful spots. They are Another small brookie with those par marks, not quite the demarcation as the others, but there are a few nice ones in there. A couple of nice ones there. There we go. Bunch of fish. Oh, he got off. Bunch of fish coming down the pike though. Another little brookie. Yeah, beautiful fish. That one's about 9, 8.5. Just not quite as interested in it as they were 2 seconds ago. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Super tangerine guy. Super tangerine. This guy's super colored up. Wait till you see the colors on that guy. Wow. What a beautiful little brookie. He's about 7.5, if that. Just another gorgeous tangerine, red-finned brookie. A lot of these today. Couple of nicer fish in there. Small brookie. A little better one. Well, this is not the best looking one of the day, but that might be the biggest one of the day. He's pretty close to 11. I think it's a tie, but beautiful spots on that guy. Well, it looked like there was a better way around on the other side. off my hand. Wow, this just used to be a crazy deep hole here. Well, there's fish to be had. It's a brown. And still not a guy that I want to harvest. A little small, but a brown. Huh. All right, folks, I think I've seen enough here. So, hey, nice brook trout outing here. Again, a lot of small fish, but caught a 16-inch brown. Several browns that the Wisconsin DNR would really like to see not live here. But I think that ship has sailed, folks, because there's natural reproduction here. And there's even tiger reproduction here. So, managed a tiger today. I think that's my 3rd or 4th of the year. Guy about 8.5. Super colorful, though. But a lot of brookies. Fish look healthy. Things look nice here on this beautiful stream. So, I'll make my way back. And as always, thanks for watching Wisconsin trout fishing. And happy fishing.
Thanks for watching and happy fishing.